Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Leo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So before we start, as always, I just or should I say, I want to say for those of you that just let me get on with it and have my time and my space to do what I needed to do and to live my life. Thank you so much. I apologize for not posting last week, but I also have a life. For those of you that reached out to make sure I was all right and that everything was okay with me, I really do appreciate you guys as well. For those of you that are new to my channel, I also appreciate you as well. So thank you. So this week, your key to the week is the High Priestess. Hidden things shall be revealed, and I am looking forward to this one, I gotta say. The reason I say this is because the High Priestess is very much a card of hidden things revealed. She's a powerful energy of things coming to light even when people want them to be hidden, and that's why I love this card, because it's like even when people like to hide things or try to hide things, they always end up coming out. And I say this a lot to people and they always laugh like in a very nervous way. There are three things that cannot long stay hidden: the sun, the moon and the truth. And the High Priestess is two of those things. She's the moon and she's also the truth. So I love this card. It's probably one of my favorite. In fact, I have three favorites and she's one of them. That being said, my dear Leos, this week it looks like you are discovering a secret, or maybe you are sharing a secret. This might be a week where you're divulging something that you haven't shared before, maybe with your, with your friends, your colleagues, your peers, with your significant other. It just depends on your obviously unique situation. That being said, remember, Leo is a very intuitive being. Why? Because Leo, the lion, is basically a big cat, and cats are some of the most psychic beings on the planet. So this is something that I want you to be really mindful of. When your gut speaks to you this week, whatever your intuition says to you this week, trust it. It is not going to lie to you, I promise you. And one thing I've observed over my lifetime and over doing this work as well, the only time your intuition will ever get you in trouble is when you ignore it. So that is as much as I will say. Outside of that, happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful solar return. Remember to fill the day of your birthday with a little bit of everything that you want the whole year ahead to have in it. You want to imprint the universal energies with all of the things that you want for the next 12 months ahead. So if you are a continued subby, you know Raffi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. So you got the Eight of Cups as your actions and options. This week, it looks like something on an intuitive level is coming up that is going to see you really understanding what you're ready to let go of. Whether this is maybe you're going to counseling, maybe you are deciding to go to some kind of therapy, maybe you are... and the other thing as well, because it is the High Priestess, this could be an intuitive understanding of who or what has served its purpose in your life. So it might not necessarily be that you have a falling out with someone. You may just intuitively know that a certain type of relationship or connection is over with. The other thing with the Eight of Cups, it tends to be an adjustment of an emotional imbalance. So when you see this with the High Priestess, this could also be maybe you're learning something this week that seals the deal or seals the fate of some connection in your life, right? So, I've got to be honest with you, especially because of the way that this triple conjunction transit is hitting you. You could hear that somebody has talked a whole bunch of shit about you. You could realize that somebody isn't actually who they say they are. And when it hits, you know, especially because Leo tends to be a very loyal and a very trusting sign anyway. So when it hits, it could be quite, you know, ooh. But in true Leonine fashion, you will bounce back. If you've been following recently my posts on Instagram and Facebook and on the YouTube community tab, you'll see, you know, we're obviously in Leo season, so all of my posts are all about Leo, and each season of the year I'm going to be doing a different one, right up to and including Pisces season next year. So have a look at those and see what resonates. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Knight of Swords. So this with the High Priestess, this is a week where there are going to be a lot of secrets revealed. There are likely to be a lot of conversations that you have this week that really give you the pieces of the puzzle that you feel like you might have been missing. What I love most about this is you're going to be able to adapt and adjust accordingly, because you will have the information that you didn't have previously. And once you have it, you know, this could be a week where you end up having... There might be some moments of Leo's roaring this week. I wouldn't be surprised if someone or something gets under your skin and you end up, you know, and this is the thing. I always say, like, most Leos are, you know, they're pussycats. But when you really overstep, you will hear the roar. You will see the teeth, you will get the claws. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this looks like you're setting up a placement. And the weird thing is, I kind of feel like you don't have to be doing this now. It's like you're doing it well ahead of time, because the Knight of Swords is a very fast card. I mean, in this deck it's called the Son of Swords, but it is a very fast card, and what it tends to do is, you know, it's like you're getting ahead of the curve with something. With that High Priestess, for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, you're taking something back to the drawing board this week. And it's like you're stripping it back, you're stripping it down, you're looking at things and saying, right, what needs to be adjusted here? Where can I improve on this? Where can I, you know, maybe take something back and stop sort of embellishing it? Sometimes, you know, when they say, like, it's a cliche, but it's really true. Sometimes less really is more. And for those of you that are business owners or that work for themselves, I kind of feel like you are going back to the drawing board this week. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, I think this is you simplifying your tasks or your to-do list in some way. So whether this is you're having a talk or a conversation with the boss behind the scenes about maybe stepping back or reducing your responsibilities, for some of you potentially reducing your hours as well. And maybe this is in favor of doing more of your own thing. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, give yourself... especially because you've got the Six of Wands in the familial ties, right? This week, your voice, your way of doing things, your way of seeing things is absolutely going to be the one, not so necessarily like the one that wins, but you have a lot of sway right now because the sun, which is, you know, only rules the sign of Leo. A lot of other planets rule two signs. But, you know, the sun is in Leo. It's in its domicile. It's at home. It's in its strongest position here. So your words have a lot of weight right now. And so what you say really kind of will go. For those of you that are single and looking, Six of Wands with the High Priestess, that is a secret admirer maybe comes to light. This is very likely to be someone that says to you, look, you know what, I really like you, or, you know, maybe can we go on a date? It could be as well, maybe some of you are revealing a crush. Very, very possible. And it goes really well because it's the Six of Wands, right? Victory. With the Knight of Swords there, though, don't jump straight in with both feet. All right, the whole point of some allure is to keep things, you know, to have a little air of mystery about it. All right. I mean, the sun doesn't really have any mystery because it is what it is. You know, and you're ruled by the sun. But cats are very mysterious. So tap into your leonine feline energy. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is something that a partner has been working on behind the scenes very hard, that they haven't told you about until they, like, this is one of those things, until the ink is sealed on, or the ink is dried on the deal, until the money comes through from the bonus or whatever it is that they were getting. There's something that's gone really well for a partner that they have kept from you because they didn't know whether it was going to go through, and this week they share it with you. It's like they say, yes, you know what, I got a promotion and I got a raise, and you know, this is what I'm going to do with the extra money. Or you know, maybe I did this thing with my business and I didn't know if it was going to go very well, so I didn't say anything, but guess what's happened? Like, it's just really good news that reaches you, but it's like, well, when have you been doing this? But in the background, behind the scenes. For your money and materials, you have the Hierophant card. I love this because you've got it with the Six of Wands, and that's what speaks to me about the partner's work, money, resources. Something about that is has gone really well for them, and now they're going to share it with you. When it comes to your money and your finances and your resources, that Hierophant card is seeing you getting or being very well established in some way that brings money to you, that brings good resources, that brings them good coins, honey. You know, like that's an increase in your monies, but it comes, and because it comes through an institution of some sort, the Hierophant, this is money that's likely to show up, but it lasts. So, you know, it's not flash in the pan stuff. And then when it comes to your physical health and vitality, just because you've got the High Priestess here as the key to the week and the Hierophant, I'm going to say, if this is not for everybody, but you'll know if I'm talking to you. Again, I'm not a doctor. I can't give you medical advice. But what I will say is, if you have, or you know you are prone to thyroid challenges and or issues, this might be a week to check in with your healthcare professional on that. When it comes to your home and environment, the Hierophant card is seeing you getting settled, which for a lot of you I know right now means a lot. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Happy damn birthday to ya. I truly hope you have a wonderful solar return. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.